Hey everybody, clearing. All right, today it's going to be just a really quick Divine Masculine check-in, and let's dive in and see what do the Divine Masculines really want in the 3D with this connection right now. What is it? Oh, we get reunion popping up. They want to see you, they want to talk to you, they want to be near you, and drop in a little bit deeper than meets the eye. This is the notorious card that talks about the Divine Masculines working on things for appearances, not the real things, the image of what they think is acceptable, possibly for the children or for other external expectations. In the reverse, they are, putting that to the side and running towards this connection with the reunion energy. So let's see, for the Divine Masculines watching, what kind of a support can we get? Spine of fire, true self, passion, motivation, and purpose. Yep, keep leaving the world, Divine Masculines, and going towards what makes your heart sing. And a card for the Divine Feminines who might be happy to see that reunion energy coming in. Harmonic oscillator, timing, rhythm, synchronization, and frequency. You have to be in alignment in order for these connections to come in the way that you've been feeling intuitively they're meant to, Divine Feminines. And chamber of communication, correspondence, declaration, and telepathy. This is definitely messages coming in your Divine Masculine, in the physical or telepathically telling you. So if you've been feeling that, definitely consider that it's not in your mind. And, don't put your vibe low. Bring in the juicy aliveness that allows for these connections to be playful and fun, like that card of reunion. There's a lot to be said about the right alignment. If you're truly in excited anticipation, that's going to bring in connection. So when we come together as twins, we get these huge downloads, catalyzing events, triggers, upgrades, channeling to each other. It's surreal what happens, and sometimes it's quick to integrate. Sometimes it takes months or years on this journey, but there is a predictable pattern that happens when we come together. We go apart, we integrate, and by the time we work back into the gratitude and excitement, that's when we are ready for another meetup with our twin on this evolutionary path. Okay, so thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through for the Divine Masculine Collective. What can we see for how they are thinking of their connection with their Divine Feminine? Wow, Commitment and Empress here on the split. How are they feeling on the heart space for their Empress? What are they wishing for the connection? Or what are they wishing for in their lives in general? What actions are being taken right now? What is the biggest challenge? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? Victory and love. And where is the connection going in the near future? Sure, let's get one for the feminines along the way. What can we see, Divine Creator, for the feminines? Only the highest and most beneficial information coming through. Oh, I'm gonna shuffle one more time. Yeah, has to split nice and crisp. Okay, what are the masculines thinking? The sun and the world in the reverse. So they are completely 100%, 1000% aware of what needs to finalize, finish out in your connection and in their lives in order to come forward to your connection. The world is talking about cycles needing to close. It's in the reverse, so they're not quite closed out, but the Divine Masculines have full awareness of what those things need to be. Time for a deep dive. So Divine Feminine, this came out in the reverse, which means that's an internalized motion. Really, it's time for you to look at any of the attachment to the past assessments, so that you can completely forgive, let go, come into presence, so you can just be in that reunion, joyful energy that we saw. Look at those inner children going off to play because they don't have a burden in the world. They've got the right attitude. So divine feminines, that's what you're being asked to really look at. Where are you at? What would it be like if your divine masculine came in right now? There's a strong telepathic communication between the twins with the Chamber of Communication card. And it starts in the 5D and it comes into the 3D. So see what your atmosphere would be like for communication. Are you easygoing yet, divine feminines? Have you forgiven? Again, I'm not talking about putting up with bad behavior, narcissism and abuse and selfishness. No, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about anything that guards your heart that you know is coming from you, that hasn't been the result of a mistreatment. That's karmic. That is not divine love. So what is on the heart space? Hermit and the Emperor. Have we got all major arcana so far? Wow, 4 major arcana. The Hermit is manifestation, mode, behind the scenes, along the destined path. It's where our free will kind of falls into alignment. The Emperor is the king of all kings. This is very mature, balanced energy, very slow and even skittish, but definitely considering deep, deep longevity in these connections and witnessing how they have stood the test of time, how they are part of the destiny, how there's nothing like it, even with children potentially in the mix. You know how that would apply, whether children are in your situation or not, and the different ways that they're in your situation. There is a long-term overview energy here on the heart space that qualifies these relationships, I'm being told. Be here now. So divine feminines, hummingbirds might be a sign I just heard, but be here now in the reverse means for you, divine feminines. You might be wishing for your divine masculine to be here now with you, but this is more about the presence that we were talking about, and the deep dive to do the energetic check-in and scan. Where are you at? Honestly, if your DM walked through your door right now, would you be joyful? Would you be fearful? Would you be upset? Would you be accusational? Would you be in unforgiveness? Would you be playful? Where are you actually at, divine feminines? Because on the heart space, your divine masculine is looking at the real deal here. What would really matter if your DM just walked right up to you right now? What alignment would you be in? Interesting message. Okay, what are the DMs wishing? To come out of fear, to have secrets revealed, to get on the same page actually, to have conversations, to really look at the deep, dark underbelly of this connection, what has happened, what has transpired. They're ready to go deep. We've heard, deep dive, divine feminines. This is a similar energy. The divine masculines are putting down the fear of going deep, deep, deep. You're worth it, I just heard. And learn from the past feminines. So really learn about the triggering, how you have reacted, how you have chased, how you have not been treated well, or have not shown others how to treat you. You have not advocated for yourself, spoken your sincere, heartfelt position on certain things. This is about becoming very, very balanced, grounded, transparent with what works and doesn't work for you, divine feminines. And you are getting ready to go deep. Your divine masculine wants to go deep. So it's drawing that potentiality out of this, and have telepathic communications about alignment, about true self. Get down to that baseline. What are the divine masculines doing at this time? Oh, Son of Cups and Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of sweetness and just genuine kindness. They are just coming into a baseline, I heard. Divine feminines, set healthy boundaries. Yeah, if it isn't necessary, true, or kind, walk or run the other way. What is the biggest challenge at this time? The keys that set this connection free from separation once and for all, from rock bottom, from this very unlovable, unloving, fearful place. This is the rock bottom. So the challenge is listening to the voice of the divine. This is the hierophant, the channeling, the lightning bolt that changes everything, the key. So it's finding the key, timing, communication, logistics, divinely guided. There was a prayer that came to me on the journey a few years ago, and it has been incredibly helpful. It goes like this: thank you, Divine Creator, for opening all of the doors meant for us and closing all of the doors that would lead to unnecessary negative karma. Okay, what is the... Oh, we needed a card for that. Be at home. So as your DM is challenged by how to bring this connection into reunion, into communication, out of any of the separation, segregation mindset, just be at home in your skin, Divine Feminine. Ground out, be grounded. What is the solution? Victory comes bit by bit. I heard trial and error, but it's more than that. It is with intention, with will, with sincerity, with humor, I'm being told too. But there is victory coming. So, you know, this is the Hierophant. That is the voice of the divine. It's the channeled wisdom, the high priest energy that takes action, that moves, that changes direction, that makes the things happen, reunion happen. So divine masculines, it's bit by bit in the name of eternal love with the infinity symbol. It is one step at a time, but it is divinely guided. Divine feminines, trust in the magic. So divine feminines, drop in and believe that this can happen. Literally ask yourself, what would it take for you to believe? What would need to be evident? What would need to change in order for you to trust that this situation could result in the love of a lifetime or this union coming in? What would you need for that to be solid? Ask the divine to show you. You may not even know what it would take after all this time, after everything that's transpired, after the silence, after the distance, after certain circumstances. What would it take, divine feminines, for you to completely believe in the safety of this love, in the beauty of this love? Dare to dream that. Dare to imagine that you are deserving of a love that would come in and be that magnificent, that exactly the thing that would be needed would be available to you. What would that be? What would you need? I'm hearing a lot of the divine feminine saying an apology. Really drop through that, divine feminines, and see if ego wants the apology. See if there's a contribution on your part that could also be recognized to anything that didn't flow. And drop even deeper into that and see, is there a lesson or an energetic assessment of what happened, or a benefit in what happened, even though it looked like your divine masculine may have acted or spoken or behaved in a certain way that was contrary to your preferences? Could it have brought a blessing in that would not have otherwise arrived had your divine masculine not taken one for the team in that situation? Really drop in and see the deeper motions of the journey. step back and see the big picture. Consider those things right now. Trust in the magic, Divine Feminines, of the way that things have unfolded and the timing of it. Harmonic oscillator, again, was the timing, rhythm, synchronization, and frequency. Sometimes the timing is syncopated. Sometimes it's not stride for stride. Sometimes it's a little over here and a little over here and a little over here and a little over here. And then when pigs fly, boom, it comes together. So use your mind wisely, Divine Feminines. Exactly. A lot of strategies for seeing the light, seeing the love, seeing the timing, seeing the safety, seeing the big picture just came through. Rewind that and listen to it again. Things that you once thought would indicate would only happen when pigs flew, you can actually see why it was perfect just the way it was, and then drop into safety and boom, you magnetize another meetup I just heard. Okay, what can we see for the direction of these connections? We get the sun for the second time, but it's in the reverse, and setting healthy boundaries, setting this brave internal constitution to come forward. There are certain things that still need to be seen by both twins in order to feel secure enough and the go time. We are coming down to the Mars-Venus conjunction this weekend, and I have a hunch it's going to be a little bit better after that. Okay, nothing is wasted. Exactly, big message of the day. Everything happens for a reason, and if this true twin flame journey, it has anything to say about it, the divine masculines and their resistance or not, the friend zone, too intense, need space into you, that is the way the divine masculines channel divine guidance into these connections and have a weather report kind of take on what's available at any given moment based on alignment or not. And divine masculines may or may not know all the backstory to those things, but nonetheless, nothing is wasted, because when a DM says those things, there is always a blessing in disguise. And if you look back, Divine Feminines, you will always see that no matter what happens, no matter what mode you've been in with your twin, nothing about the journey has been wasted. If you're truly on a twin flame journey, you have utilized those periods of time for your advancement, for your healing, for your mastery, for your awareness, for your spiritual evolvement. It's a beautiful thing. What else? And give with gratitude and grace. So, be of service until these unions come in for each set of twins. Mission, love your neighbor, love your family, love your groups of friends. Be of service, give with gratitude and grace, flow. Don't be preoccupied about lack and competition and loss and, shortage in the world. Be that channel of gratitude and grace. You'll be amazed if you can step out of yourself even more and just be in that safety that does not fear you will be taken advantage of. Obviously, keep your wits about you and trust your discernment and energy. Read on things that you are navigating, but see if you can be just a little bit more generous as the divine channels through you. Open your heart a little more so that more of the divine love, the more of the abundant energy can flow through you. That is not of your power. That is of a higher source. And so it's not you that would lose out. I remember the Bible saying, give freely as you have been given, and let it flow. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.